Well, a few days ago, I heard someone say it's too early to rate the present administration. But I think I disagree with that because there's a saying that says from the morning you can actually know how the evening or how the day is going to be. So if at this point, from what we see, we should be able to rate the government. So on a scale of 10, well, 1 to 10, I'll rate them 2.
A government that does not care about how people are feeling concerning their feeding aspect. As you know, before, we were not complaining much about government because other aspects we are managing. But now they have tampered with food. So when you have tampered with food, you have generally dealt with everybody. So that's the problem and that's the situation right now. In fact, on the scale of 1 to 10, I will rate this government 1 over 10.
I can actually share they are trying, but there are some things that the government needs to attend to, in which I believe, at least with the current situation, at least they're actually working on it. You understand, ranging from the hardship and which affects almost everybody in the country. You understand. But I think the comments are aware of it. Unlike the last time the president gave a speech, I think during the democracy, and he was aware of it. So actually, I know they are working on it. So let's just try and give them time, and I think very soon things will get better. Well, let me say between 1 and 10, I give them 2.5.
My number 1 is the hardship. Then secondly, nothing happening in the system. It's like there is a stagnancy. There's no movement. In fact, I will even say there is a retrogression, and we have moved back from where we used to be. So that's just my reason.
Because I remember that last year, if I have 10,000 naira, I have 2 children. If I have 10,000 naira, I can be able to buy something in the market. But now look at this market setting. I came to buy something for my children. Look at this thing. I can't even afford to buy meat. I can buy garri with 2,800 for a mudu, rice 2,800 for a mudu, beans 3,000 for a mudu. So there's no point, there's nothing to talk about this government, and they don't care about it. That's our problem. That's our major concern. They don't care.
Nigeria as a country, ranging from the different culture and the population and so many other things. So it is not a responsibility of government alone. Even we, the citizen, at least we have a lot to contribute on these issues. You understand? Likewise, now I'm in the market. What I bought last year at 1,000, I'm buying it at the rate of 2,000, 2,500 naira now, in which the current exchange rate is contributing. Likewise, we too, we are contributing our own quota to this hardship. Maybe some people, they have old stock. You understand? So what they buy now is not what they are selling. You understand? So those are the issues. You understand? It's not about government alone.
When we talk about the current state now, that is the economy. That's where the hardship is coming from. Yes, first of all, a lot of things need to be done. First, we're in the marketplace right now. We know there is a hike in prices of goods and services. And there is no deliberate action from the government to put a policy in place to monitor the way prices are being given to items. You see, Mr. A can just decide that I'm selling at so amount, and Mr. B tells you I'm selling, and once Mr. A starts, Mr. B, C, and D continues with that. You understand? There must be a policy, a price monitoring policy that should be put in place. So they don't milk the masses. Even the markets, men and women don't use this advantage of this bad situation to milk the masses. So that policy needs to be put in place where prices are regularized. I think that would be fine.
One of them is what people are doing. At least from there, they can know that people are not happy with them. You see, the immediate step they have to take is to ensure that people are no longer complaining about feeding. That's our major concern. We are not feeding well.
Well, I think, that is why we have many people that contribute to government. You understand? They have their ministers, they have various offices. You understand? So I urge them to also go out and do their statistics. You understand? So that at least they will know where the problem lies. Not by sitting in the office, even the president himself. You understand? he has to take it as a responsibility, you understand, to have some measures, you understand, so that at least the price control and all this hardship will become a thing of past.
And nothing different. It's still going to be the same thing because elections are not conducted here. We see where those with the muscles, take up power. So even if I go to the field to vote my conscience, it's not be put in place. It's not be considered. I remember the last election, people came out en masse to vote their desired and their choice, but it didn't count. So it's the same thing because it's still the same circle of people in power. They already know what to do and they do that perfectly well. So nothing is going to change.
They have already killed the mind of the people. Nobody will vote. Because even when you vote, the vote will not count. The people that are in government are not the people that we voted in. And that's why we are suffering. Assuming we have people that we voted in, I don't think we will suffer. You see, so the vote they have 2027 is their business. Nobody cares, and I'm talking the mind of people. Nobody will vote in that election.
Well, I just prayed better thing happen. It's too early to say this is actually what will happen. You understand? Let's just hope for better. You understand? If the country is good, it's good for all of us. And if it is otherwise, it's for all of us. So let's just hope for better and hope for a better change.
Advice. You only advise those that are willing to take advice. You don't advise an unwilling horse. So I don't. My advice really actually count at this point. Well, I will tell them to they should have a conscience. They should put the plight of the people into consideration. I know they are all fine up there. They have what they need to live a better life. Most of them don't even spend for their survival. They pick them from the government coffers, so they don't feel this pinch we are feeling. So, but I just want them to bring in the human face. Let them know that, look, there are people out there that are actually suffering. Bring in the human face and then take out greed. That's my advice. Take out greed and do what you're supposed to do.
Of course, this is market setting. Everything here has skyrocketed. It has gotten to the brim where nobody can afford anything here. Anything you touch in the market, in fact, you can only buy one thing out of 5,000. One thing they have failed to understand is they are talking about minimum wage. If you temper or increase the minimum wage, fine, the workers will enjoy it. But those non-workers will also be affected because we still buy the same commodity in the market. So inflation will still be on the very high verge, or very high extent of at which I can rate it. So inflation will still be there. Everybody is vulnerable. You see, we're all vulnerable. So you cannot say some persons need the money, others don't need it. And we are about 2 million, you're giving 2.5. It's just about 1% of the population. Not significant. No tribe is happy. This one is not about tribe again. Nobody is happy. It is left, center, and right.
Maybe form a committee or maybe a particular authority. They'll be going around to checkmate the markets and what the people are selling. You understand? And compare it to what they are buying and what they are selling. You understand? So that at least we have a reasonable price control. So that at least the country will be better for everybody. We have a lot of unemployed youths and even some people that are working. What they are getting is not sufficient for them to feed their family. You understand? Which has become a very serious problem for everyone. So we just urge the government to take a proper measure to ensure that all this become an issue.